Satnam. I'm Mary Dew. Welcome back to the Mary Dew Yoga channel. In the comments, I got a question from my friend Ariel. She is a wonderful rock goddess and an author. This is actually her book, Turn Your Pain into Art. I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon and on Audible. And here's what she had to say. I'm excited to learn more from you and be inspired by you. Thank you. I'd love to hear any wisdom you can share about overcoming anxiety. Well, that is a good question. And I found this one helpful as well because I have had a bit of anxiety about this channel. But here we are, and I'd like to share with you 3 things that came to mind with regard to overcoming anxiety, which I realize is really high in the world right now. The first thing when it comes to overcoming anxiety is presence. The Chinese philosopher from the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu, says, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the now. So anxiety is highly tied to living in the future, getting ahead of yourself, trying to plan too much, trying to control things that you have no control over. So if you can think about staying here in the present moment, grounded in your body, that's a really great way to help keep from being anxious. And after I go through these 3 things, I'll come back with a couple separate videos to share some practices to get to presence and to get grounded. So that's the first thing, presence. The second thing for overcoming anxiety is calling in your allies. It's a wonderful thing. We all have allies, whether we know them in person in this world, or whether they are spirit guides from other worlds, whether they are animal spirits. All types of things can be allies. Plants can be allies, trees can be allies, dogs can be allies. But the beauty is that we are at all times surrounded by a team of allies, whether we realize it or not. And if you can learn to work with those allies, work with your team, you'll realize that you're never alone. And it's a lot less anxiety-provoking when you know that you're backed up and you're supported. So think about calling in your allies. And again, I'll go deeper into that in the next video. So presence, number 1. Allies, number 2. Number 3, get the energy moving. This is a wonderful thing for clearing, for healing. Yogi Bhajan, the founder of Kundalini Yoga in the Aquarian Sutras, mentions, when time is on, you start and the pressure will be off. It's all about getting that energy moving. If you're feeling anxious, you're usually feeling stuck. You're usually in your head and you're usually not going anywhere. So sometimes it can be as simple as getting the energy moving. Maybe you go outside and take a walk, or maybe you do a simple short yoga practice. It can even be with your breath. And it can be in as short as just a few seconds, a minute. It doesn't have to be long. But it all starts with the awareness and moving the energy. Because when you move that energy, that's clearing and that's healing. So those are my top 3 things that I would recommend for overcoming anxiety in answer to Ariel's question. Number 1, presence. Number 2, allies. Number 3, get the energy moving. And when I come back, I'll go deeper into each of those 3 things and share with you practices that can help you get there. Again, thank you to Ariel. Please take a moment to subscribe to her YouTube channel, which is awesome. It is the THE, capital R, capital E, capital L show, the REL show on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, the Mary Dew Yoga channel, please take a moment to do that as well. I'll see you soon. Thank you for joining me. Satnam.